Alright, hello and welcome everybody back to another Aviation Nation channel video. We're back in the AJS-37 Viggen, made by Heat Blur Simulations, one of my personal favorites. A little bit of an underused airplane, I think, so hopefully this video brings more people to it. So today we're going to be talking about how to find vehicles on the ground with the air-to-ground radar, and it doesn't matter if they're moving or stationary. This will pick them out of the ground clutter if we set it up in a nice way. So we'll go over that. We're going to go over the controls you need to do that, how to be able to find the targets, and lastly, how to move a target waypoint onto your target that you've seen. Okay, so let's get into this now. I'm going to preface this really quick that this is mainly used for target of opportunity. You're trying to find a target on the fly, and the Viggen, its main purpose is pre-planned strikes. So there is a select few weapons you can use to make this work for you. For example, the Mavericks and RBO5s are great with this. Other weapons like the rockets, the bombs, dumb bombs, and the BK-90s, for example, require a QFE setting. So either flying over the target once to get that setting, or picking out a general sector. For the most part, you can see this terrain is relatively the same altitude. It's within it's within a 50 feet or so of each other. So you can use the same QFE for the sector like that. That's not the most precise, but that's why the Viggen's mainly pre-planned strike in those weapons. So Mavericks and RBO5 is great for this. You can see that I've placed three distinct groups, a left, right, and a center group, and we're going to see if we can pick out each one individually with our radar screen. They're only about, it's about 10 miles or so off from us, in front of us, 10 nautical miles at least, and we're here. So we're going to go through the controls first to make this work. You're going to need to turn your radar on. So I have a 3-position switch for this, but if you don't have a 3-position switch, you're going to want A0, A1, A2. Just have them all bound. Today in the video, I'm only going to show you A1. And that just brings our radar up in the cone mode, the B-scope mode. Then we're going to use our T1, T0, and TV fix. Okay, and then we're also going to be using our radar stick, up, down, left, and right. I have mine on a hat, but you can have yours on a axis if you so wish. And then finally, the radar marker gain increase or decrease. You'll need those as well. Okay, so let's go back in our airplane here. We're going to turn our radar on with A1. Let's go down here. And you can see there's a lot of ground clutter coming up. I'm going to reduce my scale, and I should have mentioned that. You'll need to scale range increase, decrease. I have these two mapped as well, range increase, decrease. Okay, so we're going to go decrease once. It's 30 kilometers now. And we're going to go ahead and put our radar in LIN mode, which is just in front of the radar stick. I'm trying to give you a good view of that right here. You can map this as well. I usually just click it, but you can map it if you so wish. We're going to go to LIN. Okay, and now we're going to reduce our ground clutter a little bit, and you can already see the target starting to pop up at the top there, but we've just reduced our ground clutter with our gain decrease. If I gain increase, everything starts to get washed out. If those were closer to us, they'd all be washed out. Luckily, they're a bit far ahead. It's not picking up the ground where they are. But my general rule is I keep decreasing until the ground is just barely visible, just like that, and you can really nicely pick up those targets now. Okay, so I'm going to turn off active pause, and I'm going to hope it doesn't go insane here on me. And it did. So let's retrim the airplane. We'll get the nose back up. Keep trimming it up. And there we go. We're going to turn the autopilot on. Oh, that's why the autopilot was on. Let's turn it back on. There we go, just for video's sake. Yeah, coming out of those active pauses is always just some weird stuff. Okay, now let's go ahead and make this, our waypoint currently is B1. Let's go ahead and make this a target waypoint. I'm going to go ahead and back in an active pause. And this was mentioned to me, actually this is a re-upload. This is mentioned by MS, so thanks for commenting, and on YouTube, and then AFK Packet on Hoggit Discord, or Hoggit Reddit page. So to do this, we're going to go ahead and on our computer down here, we're going to go to the TACT section. Go to in, we're going to type into the computer. Number 9 is the code to make a B, or a waypoint 1, into a target waypoint. We want to change waypoint 1 into M1, so TACT in 9, B1, out, back to act pause, and you'll notice it now says M1. We're doing this because once we slew our waypoint, I don't want to slew the navigation point to make the INS think it's the point is somewhere else. We're going to slew a target point so it doesn't conflict with anything else. Alright, so let me go ahead and get my joystick again, and I'll go out of active pause. We'll turn off the autopilot. We'll bring the nose up just a little bit so we can have a bit more altitude to see those targets out there. Okay, that's plenty high enough for us. Okay, now you can see those three distinct groups I was talking about on the radar display, 1, 2, and 3. They're not even moving, they're just getting picked up by the radar, and that's how good this mode is for just finding things. So let's go ahead to the 30-kilometer scan again, and let's say you wanted to move your target waypoint over to one of these points. I'm going to go back in active pause so we can have a bit more time to look at it. And right now, currently, M1 is about 9 kilometers in front of us. That's this circle as well. What we're going to do is we're going to hit our T1 button. Okay, and we're going to start editing the waypoint. You'll get a cross that appears. Okay, we're going to move this cross with our radar stick. We're going to move it over the center group. Just, you can choose anyone you want if you have the same mission, but I just made this simply. Okay, it's close enough for now. And once it's roughly where you like it, you're going to press your TV fix button. Okay, and the last step after TV fix is T0 fix, and that's going to get rid of the crosshair. If you forget to do T0 fix, you're technically still in edit mode, and the crosshair is going to stay up here as your target's getting closer and closer, so it's not actually going to save the point for you. So we're going to hit T0. Now the point's locked in there. I'm going to get it out of active pause and make sure that I can see what the airplane does. Good, it didn't freak out this time. Cool, now it's getting close. I'm going to reduce my gain just to one click. Okay, I'm going to speed up time here. We're getting closer, closer, closer. We're going to 15 kilometer. Pause there. Okay, let me fly towards that point. And as you're getting closer, you can as well make this more accurate for yourself. I'm just showing you how to generally do it to get in the right vicinity in this case. And you see the ground targets are popping up right in front of us. So our radar picked up these ground units. There they are in the F-10. We're flying right over them. Okay, so that's how to use the air-to-ground radar to find targets that you may have not have seen, and it's actually very good because airplanes like the Hornet and Viper are, in my opinion, not as good as finding it as a Viggen, because usually they have to require to be moving for that GMT to work, and you can use the other modes, but I think the Viggen picks them out a lot better when they're stationary, in my opinion. So I hope that helped you out, and if it did, please leave a like and subscribe. Comment if you liked it. Comment what was wrong with it. Whatever you like. We're going to post a Discord link in the description. Feel free to join at any skill level. We have some new instructors coming on board that can help you with any airplane, and if you just want to fly with us and you've been flying for a long time in the game, you can do that as well. And we're getting ready for the Apache release, so it's going to be a fun year, hopefully. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.